Hey my people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ascar for those who do not know me, and in today's tutorial we are going to learn how to crochet this crochet cable stitch cardigan. It's made up of cable stitches, double crochets and single crochets. So let's get started. So these are the materials you are going to need. You'll need a 4.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, darning needle, some stitch markers, buttons and a tape measure, and also you're going to need yarn. So for the yarn I'm using this robin. This is 100% acrylic. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's a lightweight yarn, so we are going to double our strand, but I would recommend you use any other medium weight yarn. And for the buttons you're going to use this, but for my final products I'm going to use the color that matches to the cardigan. Okay, right now I don't have them, that's why we are using these. So let us start. Now before we begin, let's go through the measurements so that it will be easier for us to continue. We are going to begin by making the first two front panels, okay, and the length will be 10.5 on both, and height you're going to do 25 inches, and the height will be equal to the back panel's height, okay, and the length for the back panel will be 22 inches, okay. It will just be a rectangle, something like a rectangle. Then we'll go to the sleeves after we are done with our back panel. So the sleeves will start with 17 inches in length, then we'll do some decreases as we continue, okay, and the height will be 18 inches. So when we finish making the sleeves, we'll make the pockets, and it will measure 6 inches in length and 7 inches in height, okay. These ones are optional, we'll just attach them if you want, but you can leave it like that. Then after we are done with this, we're going to do the ribbing for this part, okay, because the waist ribbing we'll make it while making the back panel and the front panels, and the wrist ribbings we'll make it when making the sleeves, okay. So now let us begin with our first front panels. So we are going to begin by making chains that are in odd number, okay. So I'm going to begin by making 41 chains. So start with your knot, that way, and you're going to make your 41 chains. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 41. Now I have my 41 chains. So you're going to add 2 more chains that will act as the turning chain. So 1 and 2. And now you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the third chain from the hook, this one, and make a double crochet, that way. Now you're going to keep placing 1 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. I'm done with my first row. Now let's measure these and see. It measures almost 10.5, okay, so that is okay. Now let's go to the next row. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, and you're going to pull through all. So keep placing 1 single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. I'm done with my second row. Now let's go to the third row. You're going to chain 2, 1 2, turn your work, and you're going to minus 5 from the stitches that we have. So we have 41 stitches, so 41 minus 5 we get 36. So you're going to divide 36 by 2, we get 18. So let's do this. You're going to make 18 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So I have my 18 double crochets. Now you're going to do treble crochets. Okay, so you're going to yarn over twice and you're going to go to our first row here, the 19th stitch of the first row. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is our 19th stitch. So you're going to make your treble crochet there, front post. So you're going to pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That way. Yarn over twice. You're going to make another treble crochet. So you're going to skip the next stitch, go to the third one, front post, and you're going to pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. That way. Go to the next one, yarn over twice, go to the 4th stitch, front post, make your treble crochet, yarn over twice. Now go to the 2nd stitch that we left. This was our first one. Now the 2nd one that we left, go back there and make your treble crochet. Okay, front post. That way. You're going to pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. That way. Yarn over twice and go to the 5th one and make your treble crochet. This way. So this is how your work should look like. Now let's continue with our double crochets. You're going to count, since you've made 5 treble crochets, you're going to skip 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th one, you're going to place your double crochet and continue with your double crochets until the end of the row. So at the end you should have 18 double crochets on this side as well. This way. So this is how your work should look like, and at the back it looks like that. Okay, now let's go to the 4th row. You're going to chain 1, turn your work and place 1 single crochet in each stitch till end of row. So this is like repeating the 2nd row. Okay, so you'll just be alternating between the 2nd and the 3rd row, the 2nd and the 3rd row. So let's finish this, then we'll do the 3rd row once more. We'll repeat the 3rd row once more, then you'll continue by yourself. So I'm done with my 4th row. Now let's go to the 5th row. You're going to repeat what we did on the 3rd row. Chain 2, turn your work, and you're going to do 18 double crochets. So this is the first one. Go to the 2nd one, the 3rd. So keep doing that until you have 18 double crochets. Now I have my 18 double crochets. Now you're going to do the cables. So you're going to yarn over twice and you're going to go to the previous treble crochet, the first treble crochet, and make your treble crochet on top of it, front post. Okay, so that way, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Yarn over twice, and you're going to skip the second one, which is this. Go to the third one, which is in the middle, this one, and you're going to do your treble crochet there, that way. Yarn over twice and go to the fourth one, this one, that way. Now you're going to yarn over twice and come to the second one, the one that we skipped. Make your treble crochet front post, that way. Yarn over twice and go to our last treble crochet and make your treble crochet on top of it, that way. You see how it looks like? It's making a cable. Now you're going to continue. So you're going to continue with your double crochets and make sure you have 5 stitches left here, because our treble crochets are 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th one, you're going to do your double crochets and place 1 double crochet in each stitch until now the end of the row, and you're going to meet at the end. And now this is what we have on our 5th row. This is how your work should look like. Now you're going to go to the 6th row and you're going to repeat what you did on the 4th row. So you realize that on the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, even numbers, you're going to do the same thing, just single crochets across the row. And on the 7th row, the 9th row, odd numbers, you're going to repeat what you did on the 5th row. Okay? When you get to the middle here, you do your cable stitch, then you continue. Then you're going to do that until we have 16 inches before we start our decreases on this part. Okay, so keep doing that and you're going to meet after your 16 inches. I am done with my 16 inches. Now let's measure this and see. You see, it measures 16 inches. Okay, now let's continue. Now you're going to do some decreases on one side. I ended up with a single crochet row. Now you're going to go to the double crochet row. So before I go to the next row, I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. So you're going to do the decreases on either this side or this side. Okay, just pick one side. I'm going to do the decreases on this side. So you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go to the next stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through 2, and now you're going to continue. So that means this is our first double crochet, the second one. So you're going to continue until you have 17 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 and 17. Now you're going to do our treble crochets just the way we've been doing. Skip this, go to the middle one, go to the third one, the 4th one I mean, come back to the 2nd one, go to the 5th, and you're going to continue with your double crochets. So when you're done with this row, you're going to go to the next row with your single crochets only, and I'm going to meet you at this end after your single crochet row. I'm done with a single crochet row, so I'm going to chain 2, turn my work, and on this row you're not going to do any decrease. So just place your double crochets as usual. So you're going to make 17 double crochets, then you do your cable stitch, then you do your 18 double crochets on the other side, then you'll do your single crochets, and I'm going to meet you on this side after you're done with your single crochet. I've already done the single crochet row, so we are doing decreases on the double crochet row, and we did the decrease on this row. The next one we didn't do any decrease, so now you're going to do the decrease again. So you're going to yarn over once, go to the first stitch, pull up a loop, go to the next stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a decrease. Now we're going to place 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to the point where you're going to start our cables. So now you have so this is the first double crochet, the second, the third, and you're going to continue until you have 16 double crochets. Okay, since we've done the decrease here and the decrease here. Okay, so continue, and you're going to meet at the cables. At the cables, so the cables, we just maintain the same pattern until you get to the end. The only difference is the decreases that we do on this side, only one side. Don't do the decreases on this other side. Okay, so you'll keep repeating this. The next row you're going to do the single crochets only, then the next row you're not going to do any decrease since we've done the decrease here. Then the next one will be a single crochet, then the next one you'll do the decrease. Okay, so you're skipping 1 double crochet row, then the next one you do the decrease. So keep doing that until you have now the full height, and I'm going to continue with mine until I have 25 inches in height. Then you're going to meet after we are done with that. I'm done with the first piece, and this is how it looks like. Now let's measure it and see. It measures 25 inches. Okay, now let's go to the next step. This is where we did the decreases. Now you're going to do the ribbing down here, and don't worry about this extra row I did here. I had made this one before, so I made a mistake by making two rows of the double crochets at the beginning. Now let's go ahead and do our ribbing. So you're going to insert your hook into the last chain here, that way. Now I'm going to attach this yarn, and you're going to chain 11. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, that way. Now you're going to insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, and you're going to make a single crochet, that way. So keep placing 1 single crochet in each chain until the end of the row. So you should have 10 single crochets. That way. Now you're going to insert your hook into the first chain, the first stitch, this one, and you're going to make a slip stitch, that way. Now you're going to skip the next stitch, go to the third one and make a slip stitch, that way. Turn your work, insert your hook into the third stitch, this one, so 1 2 3, back loop and make a single crochet, that way. So keep placing 1 single crochet in each stitch, back loops only until the end of the row. So you should also have 10 single crochets. So you're going to do 10 single crochets on each row until the end. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work, and I'm going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. So I should have 10 single crochets. That way. Now I'm going to go to the next stitch, not this one. The next one is this. Make a slip stitch, skip the next one, go to the third one and make a slip stitch. Turn your work, and you're going to go to the third stitch, so 1 2 3, back loops and make your single crochets. So 1 single crochet in the next stitches until the end of the row. Chain 1, turn, and 1 single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row also. When you get to the end, go to the next stitch, this one, make a slip stitch, skip the next, go to the next one, make a slip stitch, turn your work, go to the third stitch, 1 2 3, back loops only, and you're going to repeat the same thing until we get to this end, and I'm going to meet you at the end. I'm almost done, and I'm left with 2 stitches here, this one and this one. So since they are not 3, we're just going to work on both of them. So go to the first one and make your slip stitch, go to the next one, make your slip stitch, turn your work, and you're going to do your single crochets. So you're going to go to the third one, 1 2, the third one, back loops only. So place your single crochets till end. Then you're going to chain 1 and cut that way. And now we are done with our first panel of the front panels, the first one, and this is how it looks like. So you're going to make the second front panel, and you're going to repeat, and you're going to start exactly the way we started this one. Then you're going to work until the point, this point, before we started on our decreases, okay? Because you're not going to do exactly the same like this. So start yours, and you're going to meet at this point before we start on the decreases. I'm at a point where I'm going to start my decreases. Instead of doing your decrease at the beginning of the row, you're going to do the decreases at the end of the row, okay? So let's do it. I'm just going to do the double crochets, then the cable, and more double crochets, and you're going to meet at this end. I'm at the end of the row, and I have 2 stitches left, so I'm going to do a decrease at the end. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go to the next one, the last one, pull up a loop that way, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through 2, that way. So you're going to go to the next row with your single crochets, then you come back with your double crochets and the cable, then the next one is only single crochets, then the next one will be, you'll do a decrease, but don't do a decrease at the beginning of your row, do the decreases at the end of the row, okay? So this is why I'm saying do the decreases at the end of the row for this one. It's because this is the part where we did the decreases on this one. So if you do the decreases on this side, then this side will curve this way, and you can't place your work this way because this is the wrong side of your work. It's supposed to look this way. This is the right side, so this should go this way, okay? So continue and just do the same amount of rows that you did on this side. Then when you're done working on the rows on this one, you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn just like what we did here. Then you're going to come down here and repeat what you did like this, okay? So you're going to meet after you're done with both of these 2 panels. Then you're going to begin on the back panel. Now I'm done with both of the front panels, and this is how it looks like. Now let's go to our back panel. So for the back panel, you're going to count how many stitches we did here and then here. Then you're going to add 5 for the middle here. So we had 41 stitches here and 41. So 41 plus 41 is 82, plus you're going to add 5 for the middle here. So 82 plus 5 is 87. So you're going to make 87 chains, okay? I've already made my 87 chains. Now let's go ahead and start the first row. So you're going to add 2 chains that will act as the turning chains, not a stitch, okay? So yarn over and go to the third chain from the hook and make your double crochet. And you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch, in each chain, until the end of the row. So you're going to meet at the end. I'm done with my first row. Now let's go to the second row. You're going to chain 1 and do your single crochets in each stitch till end of row. So we're just repeating what we did on our front panels, but now it's a longer one. Okay, so get to the end of this row and you're going to meet at the end. I'm done with my single crochet row. Now let's go to the third row. We're going to chain 2, turn your work. So we have 87 stitches across the row. Okay, so you're going to minus 15 because you're going to make 3 cables here at the middle and 1 almost at the end. So that will be 5, 5, 5, that is 15. So 87 minus 15, we get 72. So the remaining 72 you're going to divide by 4. You get 18. So you're going to make 18 double crochets first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 and 18. That way. Now we're going to do our treble crochets. So you're going to yarn over twice and go to the 19th stitch of our first row. Okay, so you can confirm by just counting from the end here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our 19th stitch. So I'm going to make a treble crochet that way. Yarn over twice, skip the next one, go to the third one and make your treble crochet. Yarn over twice, go to the fourth one, make your treble crochet. Yarn over twice, come back to your second one, the one you skipped. Now go to the fifth one. So you're doing the first, third, fourth, second and fifth. Okay, now you're going to continue with your double crochets. So confirm that you skip 5 stitches at the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the 6th one you place your double crochet. So this is the first one, so you're going to make 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 and 18. That way. Now we're going to do our treble crochet. So yarn over twice and go to the next stitch. So you can count down here, make sure these are 18 stitches in between. Then you're going to continue with your treble crochets. And on the 5th one. That way. Then you're going to continue with your double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th one. That way. So you're going to make 18 double crochets, then you do your treble at this point, then you'll finish with your 18 double crochets and you're going to meet at the end. I'm done with my third row and this is how it looks like. Now you're going to go to the next row and you're going to make a single crochet row. Then the next one you're going to do the double crochets. You're going to do the 18 double crochets, then you're going to do your cables just the way we did here. Just repeat the same pattern. The only difference is that we have 3 cables, 1, 2 and 3, and the amount of double crochets in between is 18, 18, 18 and 18. Okay, so you're going to keep doing that until you have the same amount of rows we had here. Okay, the same amount of rows from up here up to the bottom, up to this point. Just maintain the same amount of rows and you're going to meet after that. Okay, there's no increase, there's no decrease. Okay, I just finished working on my back panel and this is how it looks like. It's just like a big rectangle. Okay, now you're going to do our ribbing down here. So you're going to turn your work and you're going to work on our foundation chains. Okay, and I'm sure some of you are wondering why I have 2 double crochet rows at the beginning. It's because I made a mistake and I made 2 rows while making this one. So when I made the mistake, I had to make the same mistake on my front panels, but it doesn't have to apply to yours. Okay, just make sure you do 1 double crochet, then the single crochet, 1 double crochet. Now let us begin on our ribbing. You're going to go to the first chain here, or the first stitch. So we're going to attach our yarn and you're going to chain 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That way. Now you're going to place one single crochet from the second chain from the hook. Make one single crochet and one single crochet in each chain until the end. So you should have 10 single crochets. So this is just like repeating what we did on our front panels. It's the same kind of ribbing. So I'm going to make one slip stitch into that same stitch, skip the next one and go to the third one, and you're going to do a slip stitch. Turn your work and you're going to go to the third stitch. So 1, 2, on the third one, back loops only, make your single crochets. Now you're going to go to the next stitch, this one, make your slip stitch, skip the next one, go to the third one, make your slip stitch, turn and go to the second stitch, back loops only, and you'll just repeat the same thing, repeat the same pattern. It's just like doing the ribbing on our front panels. So keep doing that until the end, and you're going to meet at the end. I'm done with my ribbing, so this is how it looks like, and this is how our work looks like right now. Now let's go ahead and place our front panels as well. So this is how it looks like. These are the two front panels and the back panel, and this is how it looks like at the top. Now let's go ahead and do our sleeves, then we'll come back to this. Okay, now let's make the sleeves. So you're going to make chains that will give you 17 inches. Okay, so I had already made the first one, so let's just measure this just to confirm the 17 inches I'm talking about. So you see it measures 17.5 inches. So 17.5 inches. I made 31 stitches on this side, 31 here and 5. So 31 plus 31 is 62 plus 5, 67. So you're going to make 67 chains. I've made my 67 chains. So you're going to add 2 chains that will act as the turning chains. 1, 2, and you're going to do your double crochets as usual. I'm done with the first row, so you're going to go to the next row with your single crochets. Then the next row you're going to do 31 double crochets, then your cable at the middle, then 31. Okay, and you're going to repeat that up to row 4, and I'm going to meet you on row number 4. Okay, I'm done with my fourth row. This is the first, the single crochet one, the double crochet and the single crochet. So I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and this is how it looks like. Now we're going to go to the 5th row, and this is the 3rd row of the double crochet. So 1, 2, the 3rd row of the double crochet, and you're going to begin with a decrease. Okay, so yarn over and do a decrease into the first 2 stitches that way, and you're going to do your double crochets in the next stitches until you get to the cable. Then you'll do the cable and you go and in the end you'll do the decrease in the last 2 stitches as well. Okay, you're going to do the decreases on the double crochet rows. So this is the first double crochet row, the second one. On the third one you're going to do the decreases at the end at both ends. Okay, then you'll go to the 4th, no decrease, the 5th, no decrease, the 6th you're going to do the decreases. Okay, so let me just show you with this one that I've already made. So this is 1, 2. On the third one I did the decrease. As you can see, we have a decrease here. Then we go to the 4th, 5th, the 6th one we did another decrease. Then 7, 8. On the 9th we did another decrease, and the decreases are done on both sides, this side and this side. Okay, so you're going to do that until you have 18 inches in length. So after you're done, you're going to do the ribbing, the wrist ribbing. Okay, so let's measure this after it's done. You see it measures 18 inches. Okay, now let's do the wrist ribbing together. So don't cut your yarn. I had already cut mine, so I'm just going to rejoin again into our last stitch here. You're going to chain 11. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and into the second chain from the hook you're going to do your single crochets. So 1, so do your single crochets until the end, and you should have 10 single crochets. I'm done with the first row. Now you're going to make your slip stitch into that first stitch, the first slip stitch. Skip the next one, go to the third with your slip stitch, skip the next and go to the fifth with the slip stitch, that way. Now you're going to turn and you're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1 2 3. On the fourth one, back loops, make your single crochets. So since we are making a wrist ribbing, it's going to be a little bit tight, okay? That's why we are doing the slip stitches that way. So do your single crochets and back, and you're going to meet down here. I'm at the end. This is how it looks like. So you're going to do the slip stitch into the next stitch, which is this one, not this one, this one. Do your slip stitch, skip the next, go to the next one, skip the next and go to the fifth one with your slip stitch. Turn your work and you're going to skip 3 stitches. 1 2 3. On the fourth one, back loops only, single crochets until the end of the row. And when you get to this point, you're going to go to the next stitch, which is this one, with your slip stitch, skip the next and skip the next one. So you'll keep doing that until you get to the end, until you get to this point, and you're going to meet after you're done. I'm almost at the end, so I have 1 stitch left, this one. So I'm just going to insert my hook there and make 1 slip stitch and turn. You're going to go to the second stitch from the hook, back loops only with your single crochets until the end. We're going to chain 1 and cut that way. So this is how it looks like. I made 2 of them, exactly the same. Now let's go ahead and make our pockets, but that is optional, okay? So I've already made the first one. Now let's go ahead and make the second one together. This measures 7 inches in height and 6.25 in width. Okay, so let's make this together. I started with 25 chains, so I'm going to add 2 chains as the turning chains, and you're going to do your double crochets. So you're going to begin with a double crochet row, and the next row will be the single crochet row. So you're going to meet on row number 2. I'm at the end of my second row. Now let's go to the third row. Chain 2, turn your work. So we have 25 stitches, so you're going to make 10 double crochets, then the cables, then the cable, and then another 10 double crochets. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Then you're going to do your cables. 1, skip this, go to the third one. 2, go to the next one, 3, come back to the second one and go to the 5th one, that way, and you're going to continue with the double crochets. This way. Okay, so you'll just repeat the same pattern. You know, the next row will be the single crochet row, then you'll just repeat what you did on this 3rd row. Okay, and you're going to do that until you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, until you have 9 cables. Okay, then you'll end up with a single crochet row, and then you're going to add 1 more single crochet row. So at the end you'll have 2 single crochet row. Okay, so we are going to meet after you've done the 2 of them, and this is what we have. So we are done with the pockets. Now let's go ahead and align everything together. So this is how you're going to align your work. These are the sleeves, then these are the pockets. This is the first panel and the second one, and the back panel, and that is the other sleeve. Now we have one more thing to do. You're going to make the ribbing for this part. Okay, then across the neck this way and back. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Before you begin on your front ribbing, you're going to place your work this way. Okay, just the way I had shown you before, and you're going to work first of all on the right side, because you want to work on the right side of the work. If you start on the wrong side, you are going to work on the wrong side of the work, which is wrong. So let's start on this side. So just turn your work this way, or you can just pick this front panel, and you're going to attach your yarn at the end here, the last stitch, this one. And I'm just going to push this one aside so that it can be clear what you're doing. Now I'm going to attach my yarn, and you're going to chain 8. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, that way. Now you're going to go to the second chain from the hook, this one, and you're going to do your single crochet. So make sure that the tension on your ribbings is equal to the ones that you used on your cardigan. Okay, don't tighten the tension or loosen it too much, just maintain the same tension. Okay, so you're going to do 1 single crochet in each chain until the end of the row, and you should have 7 single crochets at the end. That way. Now you're going to join this row into this first stitch, so make a slip stitch there, and go to the next stitch, this one, make another slip stitch, turn your work, and you're going to go to the 3rd stitch. So first, second, the 3rd one, back loops, single crochets only. That way, chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do the single crochets, back loops only. So I'm going to place 3 single crochets, so 1 2 and 3, then I'm going to chain 2 and skip 2 stitches, 1 2, then I'm going to do the remaining 2, that way. Now before you go to the next row, you're going to test this buttonhole if it's enough for our button. So let me do that. This is okay. It should not be too tight and also too loose, so this is okay for me. But if you're making a smaller one like this is too big for this, so you're going to just skip 1 stitch and also chain 1. Okay, now let's continue. Now you're going to join to the next stitch with a slip stitch, and go to the next stitch also, slip stitch, turn your work, and you're going to go to the 3rd stitch, 1 2, the 3rd one, back loops only, single crochets, until when you get to this point, you're just going to go to the back loops and continue with your single crochets until the end of the row. Chain 1, and you're going to turn. You're going to continue with your 1 single crochet in each back loop only till end of row. Now you're going to go to the next stitch, this with a slip stitch, and also the next one. So you're going to keep doing that until you are done with this ribbing. Then you're going to meet at this point. I'm done working on this ribbing, the stitches at the end of this ribbing. So now you're going to go to the body of the cardigan. So you're going to go right ahead to our first row, make your slip stitch and go in between that row and the next row, and make your slip stitch, turn your work, and just continue with the same process. Turn your work and keep doing the same thing. At the end. So now you're going to go to the next row, which is this one, and for you it should be a single crochet row. I made a mistake by placing 2 double crochet rows at the beginning. Okay, so just go to the next row, and at the end there make your slip stitch, go in between that row and the next one, so which is this one, make your slip stitch and just repeat the same thing. Okay, so you're going to repeat this until I'll let you know how many rows I make before I make another buttonhole. Okay, so you can decide how wide you want your buttonholes to be, the distance between the 2 buttonholes, it's up to you. Okay, so I'll just continue with mine until I feel like it's comfortable to add another buttonhole, then I'll let you know. Okay, I have made 18 rows from this buttonhole. So from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 times 2 is 18 plus 1, so I've made 19 rows. So on the 20th one you're going to make our buttonhole. Okay, so 1 2 3, and you're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, go to the next ones, and you're going to finish your row. Now you're going to join just the same process, go to the next with your slip stitch, and to the next one with your slip stitch, turn your work, and you're just going to continue with the same process. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to repeat the same thing until you have 19 rows in between the 2 buttonholes. Then on the 20th one you're going to do your buttonhole and just repeat the same process until the end here, and you're going to meet at this point. So you're going to stop with your buttonholes at some point here, don't get to the end. Okay, you leave at least 8 inches, 8 or 9 inches before you get to the end. Okay, so keep doing that and you're going to meet at the end. I just finished working on this first front panel at the end here. So the next thing you're going to align with your back panel. So this is the back panel, the wrong side. Okay, so remember we did 8 decreases. So remember we did decreases on this side. Okay, so you're going to count 5 stitches here, then 8 on this side and 8 on this side. Okay, and you're going to mark the 9th stitch and mark the 9th stitch on the other side. So 8 plus 8 plus 5, so that is 21 stitches in between. Okay, so let me go ahead and align with this one. That way. So this is the right side and this is the right side of the back panel. Okay, so now let's just continue. This is where I've ended up, and I have one row left, so I'm just going to do a slip stitch to that row, and we need 2 slip stitches. So we're just going to go to the first stitch on this side. So let me do this. So this is the 9th one, the 8th one. So you're going to insert your hook there and make a slip stitch that way. So we have joined. Now you're just going to continue, turn your work and skip the 2 stitches, go to the 3rd one with your slip stitch, single crochets. That way. And I forgot to mention, I made 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 loops, not loops, I made 5 buttonholes. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work, and I'm going to do the single crochets, back loops only. You can remove the stitch marker at this point. Now you're going to go to the next stitch, which is this one. Insert your hook, make a slip stitch, skip the next one, go to the 3rd one with a slip stitch, turn your work, and you're going to continue with your single crochets. Turn your work and just repeat the same process. And when you get to the end, you're going to go to the next stitch, which is this one. Make your slip stitch, skip the next one, go to the 3rd one with a slip stitch, and keep doing that until you're going to meet at this point. I'm almost at the end and I have 2 stitches left. Okay, and they're supposed to be 3 because I'm supposed to make a slip stitch here, skip this and go to the next one. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first one, pull up a loop, go to the next one and make a slip stitch. So I'm going to pull through the 2 that way. And now you're going to go to the next panel. This is the first panel, go to the 2nd one and make sure everything aligns well. Okay, so this is the front panel and the other panel. So you're going to go to the first row, which is the single crochet row, and you're going to make your slip stitch that way, and you're going to continue with our ribbing. Okay, so skip the 2 and do your single crochets. And when you get to the end, you're going to go to the next row in between the 2 rows. This one, make your slip stitch and go to the next row. Make your slip stitch, turn your work, I'm almost at the end. So I'm going to go to the next space, which is this one, and you're going to go at the end of it, make your slip stitch, and go to the next one, the space between the two rows. So what you're doing is you're just repeating what we did on this other panel. Okay, so keep doing that. The only difference is that you're not going to place the buttonholes on this side. So just do your rows, no buttonholes, until you get to the end, and you're going to meet after you're done. Then you're going to attach the pockets. I just finished my front ribbing, and I didn't place any buttonholes on this side. It was only on this side. So you're going to place the buttons on this side, and this is how it looks like. It looks really, really good. Right now, let's go ahead and place our pockets and the buttonholes. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to place one buttonhole, then you continue with the rest. You're going to make sure that your buttonholes and the buttons align. Okay, so the next one will be here. This is the buttonhole. So make sure everything aligns well. Okay, so let us attach this one. I'm going to use this needle. This is the small needle. Don't use the darning needle. Okay. So it's very easy to attach this one. Just do it randomly, but make sure it's aligned well with your buttonhole. That way. Now I'm going to cut my yarn, and now you're going to attach the rest of your buttons that way. Now you're going to attach the rest of your buttons, then you're going to do the pockets. You're going to place your pocket in place using the stitch markers. Then you're going to join these parts and down here. Okay, so I'm going to use the darning needle now. So let me go ahead and join. So I'm just going to do this randomly as well. The point is to get your pocket attached, and also it should look neat. Okay, so try to make it as neat as possible. So we are joining it to this to the front panel. You see how it looks like? It looks neat. Okay, so keep doing that up to this corner, then you'll go this way and back. Okay, and you're going to meet after you've attached both of your pockets. I have finished attaching my pockets, and this is how they look like. I placed all of my buttons. I placed only 5 buttons, and this is how it looks like. So what's left now is for you to join everything together. Okay, so you're going to place it this way, and you're going to attach your arms on the shoulders on this other arm that way, and you're also going to attach under the arms that way, and this to the back panel and the front panels, and also on this other side. So that is the last step. So go ahead and do that, and you're going to meet after we are done with our cardigan. Okay, I'm done joining our cardigan. I've joined the sides, the underarm, and these parts. So now you're going to remove all the loose ends, and we are done, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video.